Hello everybody, this is Dee from Dee's Delicious Bites, and I'm back with another video. So today, you guys, we are crafting. Yes, we are. I love it, and we're gonna get into it. A very dear friend and subscriber asked me to recreate a reindeer wreath that she saw on Pinterest or Etsy or somewhere. And so I said, yeah, I think I can do that. Never done it before, so let's give it a whirl. You're gonna need some burlap. I have some ribbon. I have the Walmart 12-inch wire frame. I have some scissors, some wire cutters, some 26 gauge wire that I got from Dollar Tree. This came from Walmart. This came from Big Lots. And then you're going to need something for the nose. So I have these smooth foam balls from when I make my gnomes, my hanging gnomes. So you could definitely paint one of these red and use it. You could actually cut it in half. You're not going to even need the whole thing. Paint it red and use it. If you don't have any paint or don't want to be bothered with paint, you could definitely use a red bell, which is so cute because then it would jingle every time you open the door. You hang it on your door. You could use one of these red apples that come from the picks from Dollar Tree. But what I'm going, oh, wait a minute, one more thing. There's a plethora of options to use for the nose. You could use one of these red balls from Dollar Tree. They have a lot of different sizes, so depending on how big your reindeer is will determine how big the nose is. But what I found, and I'm not even sure where I found it. I think I found it at, I want to say Dollar General. No, I found it at Dollar Tree. I'm going to use this light up nose because I think it is going to be so stinking cute. So that's what I'm going to use for Rudolph's nose. It's totally appropriate. I'll be using that. And then for antlers, you could actually, these came from the Dollar Tree, use a pair of antlers, just cut them from, I think you can cut them, yeah. Just cut them from the headband. You know, I love my buffalo check. Or you can use some berry picks for the antlers. Just be creative and just enjoy it. Use what you want to use. You can pull these apart and use some of these beautiful glitter gold dusted branches, or you can use the silver ones, or you can pull these apart and use the red ones. I have no idea what I'm going to use for antlers just yet, but let's get into this DIY that I've never done before. Let's see how I do. So I am going to be using, I researched it because I had to, because I've never done it before. And I researched how to do the burlap on the wreath. There's a couple different ways you can do it. I know how to put fabric on a wreath, obviously, but I wanted a certain look, and I wanted to try to utilize as much of my burlap, like try not to use a lot of it, try not to waste it. So I researched a couple different ways to see which one was the most cost-effective but still gorgeous. So I'm going to be using the pull-through method. There's two of them. One was by This Southern Girl Can. I'm not going to use her pull-through method. I'm going to use the pull-through method by Rhonda's Crafting Corner, or Rhonda's Craft Corner. So that's the pull-through. It's a combination of both, actually, because I'm going to use This Southern Girl Can, her method for tying it or starting it to your base, but then I'm going to use Rhonda's pull-through method. So Southern Girl Can used this wire. Rhonda used a zip tie. Other than that, pretty much the same. So, and they both hooked them on the same way on the crossbar. So you want to start by folding your burlap over like this, and then folding it over one more time. And then you're going to connect it to the crossbar. Oops, I almost used my scissors on the wire. Never, never, never do you want to do that. You always want to use wire cutters on wire. So, you're just going to take your wire and run it through the mesh, run it up and run it back down so that it loops. See how it loops? You want that loop because that's how you're going to tie it down. And then you are just going to pull that up onto the crossbar. You want your burlap on the bottom. Let me get you guys where you can see me. Okay, you want your burlap on the bottom, not on the top. And then just twist it. Give this a couple good twists. I was really not sure which method I wanted to use. And then I just said, oh, just pick one. So, this is the one I chose. We'll see how it works. Cut off your excess. I kind of used too much, but there's that. All right, so then you want to take your burlap, untwist it, obviously, because you want to be able to pull. Let me get you guys down so you can see me really good here. Okay. There. You want to be able to make sure that this is nice and even. You fold it over, it needs to be even. And you are going to work with the middle bar. You have 1, 2, 3, 4 rows on this wreath form. 1, 2, 3, 4. You want to be on that second bar. And all you're going to do is bring your mesh up. You pull it out so you can see what I did. Just going to bring your mesh up on either side of that second bar. Just thread it through. And then you want to make sure it's even. And that's all you do. And then you just pull it and you just keep threading it through. Make sure it's even. Pull it kind of tight. You want it to be tight. And then you're just going to scrunch it. Pull it through. Make sure it's even. Scrunch it over here in this hand. Pull it through. Pull that side through. Make sure your top pieces meet. Scrunch it over. And that is all you are doing. That's why it's called the pull-through method. Make sure it's even. Scrunch it over in that hand. Just gathering it together. So your ends, make sure they're even. See how I made sure these are pulled up even? And then pull it up tight, pull it over. You're just going to keep doing that all the way around the entire wreath until you can't do it anymore. And if you run out of burlap and you have to start another piece, you're going to start it the same way. You're going to secure the piece where you ran out and then start your next piece the same way that you started the other in the very beginning. You secure it the same way with wire, and you start it the same way with wire. So we're just pulling it up, making sure it's even, and sliding it over. And see, you're starting to get this. And then you're just going to open it up. Once you do, you're just going to open it up. And that's how your whole wreath will be as you go around. Let's keep on going. Pull it through. It's even. Slide it over. Pull it through. It's even. Make sure you're pulling up because you want it taut. Slide it through. Or slide it over, I'm sorry. And just keep sliding it over. When you get to that bar, you're going to keep going. You're just going to go as tight as you can to the bar. And then when you can't go anymore, you'll start on the other side of the bar. This crossbar right here is what I'm talking about. When you get so close to that that you can't go any further, you'll just start over here on the other side of it. You'll get as close to this as you can. You just start right over there. You won't even see it because of all of the burlap. Now I have 1.5 rolls, and I'm using the smaller frame. If you use the 14-inch frame, it's going to take you 2 rolls. I'm hoping that 1.5 rolls will work for this 12-inch frame. I've never done it before, so we'll see how I make out. But there's quite a bit on this brand new roll that I have not opened. So I'll be back once I get this all scrunched on here. So you guys, I've come to the end of my my burlap of that one little small piece that I had. So what I'm going to do is take a clothespin. They make some little cute clips at Dollar Tree. I have some, I don't know where they are. I'm just going to take my clothespin and I want to hold that, clipping it to the wire and to the burlap. I want to hold that back so it doesn't push forward and try to unravel itself. And then I'm just going to cut a piece of wire. And I'm going to tack it down the very same way as I did when I started. It's already folded over the one time. I'm going to fold it over again. And then I'm going to go ahead and hook it to this middle bar. If you don't stop at the middle bar, which actually I didn't really, I can push it back, then you're just going to hook it to the bar that you're at. You're going to thread this through the same way. You're going to thread it through going up, and then thread it through going down, because that's going to be pointing towards the wreath, and that's what you want. See how I got that wire in there? And then I'm going to just go ahead and secure it to the wreath wherever I am. If you're at the crossbar, that's fine. If you're not, secure it where you are. Just going to twist this over, turn it over so I can see what I'm doing. I want to make sure I got a good twist on here. I don't want it to come apart. And then I'm going to cut my excess off. And then I'm going to start, push that back, put my clothespin in there to hold that back. I'm going to start my next piece of burlap right where I left off, and I'm going to secure it the very same way. I'm going to take my burlap, and I'm going to fold it. We want to face up though, because that's how it's going in the wreath. I'm going to fold it, then I'm going to fold it again, and it's going to go underneath. So let's grab some wire. Let's see where I left off at. Can't find my end piece, guys. Okay, let's take some wire. Let's fold this over, fold it over again. And you want to get this underneath. So you're going to run it down. Down like that. Down like that. Okay. Get this underneath and secure it. I give mine quite a few twists. It's like I said, I don't want to lose it. I don't want it to come off of here. So I'm twisting it quite a few times. Give it a little clip. And then I'm going to start pulling it through again. I'm going to push it up tight against where I left off. And I want my finished ends to face up. And we're on the second row in from the middle. So pull it through on either side of the second row, front and back. That's why it's a pull through method, because you're pulling it through. Pull it through really taut. Make sure your pieces that you pulled through are even. Your finished ends meet each other, and scrunch it. Okay? I think I can get one more loop over here, and then I'm going to jump over on the other side of that crossbar. Pull it through, scrunch it, and now I'm going to start on this side of the crossbar over here. I was here, I'm going to start over here. Pull it through. Want to make sure you've got your finished ends together. Push it over. Okay? And when you feather it out, when you fluff it out, all of that will be covered up. It'll all be covered. So you're just going to keep going all the way around until you're done. Okay, now that I have gone all the way around the wreath and I'm at the end, I'm going to cut off the burlap, and I'm cutting some excess just to make sure I have what I need to secure it. I'm going to cut me another piece of wire. And I'm going to go ahead and secure it down the same way I did when I first started it. See if I can get a couple more loops in here. And then I'm going to make sure I have two pieces together, and I'm going to fold it over on itself. And I'm going to put the wire through. And I am going to, see how it's secure? I'm going to take it and secure it to the frame. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Give it some twists. Cut off the excess. And then just fluff it out. Go back through, fluff it out. Just want to open it up like a flower. You get it in there tight, it opens up really pretty and full. And that is your burlap wreath. Now, let's embellish it. I'm going to make a bow. Give me 1 second. So you guys, I had such a hard time trying to decide what I wanted to use for the antlers because everything looks so cute. But I decided to go with the snowy berries, and all I did was take them and tuck them behind the wire, and I'm going to add tons of hot glue to make sure that they stay there. So that's what we're doing now. And then I will put his nose on and make me a bow, and we are good. So with that hot glue, I want to go ahead and add some burlap so that you just don't see the stems just sitting there. So I just put a little hot glue on it and cover it up with some burlap. Just fold it over. And I'm not really touching it a lot because burlap has holes in it and you will get burned. So I'm just going to wait for that to set up. So you guys, I got my antlers glued on as I've shown you. And I am going to glue on the nose. I'm just going to cut this stretchy piece off because it's made for you to wear it on your nose if you want to. But it's not going on my nose. It is going on Rudolph's nose. So hopefully this will glue down okay since it is plastic. I'm just going to run some glue along the edge of this and pray that it does not melt and does not like tear it up so it doesn't work. Like it doesn't melt the inside mechanism that makes it work. And I'm just going to glue it down. So you guys, I made two different kinds of bows. I made this bow, and it's short and fat. And then I made a long skinny bow. I don't like the short fat one for this. It doesn't show up as good. So I'm just going to attach this one and we are done. So you guys, this is it. This is the finished product. This is my Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer wreath inspired by my friend Lisa, who just thought it was the cutest thing ever. I popped a bow on the bottom of it. And guess what, guys? His nose lights up. Isn't that the cutest thing ever? So that's going to bring this video to a close. I thank you for joining me. If you like this content and you'd like to see more from me, please give this video a big fat thumbs up. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Share me out, share me out, share me out, guys, to all your friends and family about these delicious bites. Maybe they'll stop by and do some crafting for the holidays with me as well. As always, I believe you're capable of amazing things. You just have to believe it too. So until I see you and you see me, be beautiful, be blessed, be safe, be the best you that you can possibly be. I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow in another video. Bye.